wonderful family you have. Congratulations to all the success and the love that y'all portray.
All right, my babies, good night. Give me a kiss.
So Quincy, you got a new song coming out?
Yes.
Kim Porter says she dumped Diddy.
I feel like
In a statement to the TV show The Insider, she says she decided to end what she calls her on-again, off-again relationship with Sean Diddy Combs.
but at the end of the day, I'm wilder, I'm crazier. A lot of us are wilder and crazier.
A new audio recording has surfaced, revealing what Kim Porter went through right before her breakup with Diddy and in the months after. If these sources are true, it seems she feared that Diddy might take her life. But why? Why would someone who claimed to love her want to kill her? Many theories are circulating, but one of the strongest is that Kim Porter was working on a tell-all book. In it, she was allegedly planning to expose Diddy's empire of crime and corruption, revealing what he had done to men, women, and even children.
Kim Porter, do you know anything about her book? Because there's always been a rumor for a while now that, she got killed because she was exposing a lot of stuff in her book. Is there any truth to that?
Unless they can hide unless she did her book on Google Duo and it's in the clouds and they could get somebody to get it out of there, she ain't got no book. It's just a conspiracy. Kim, it was alleged that she did have a book and that her book was about to come out. And she was talking about all the perils, everything that she went through in the music business and with Diddy. All the men that they slept with together, because there were men that they slept with together. There were swinging times that they slept with together. I don't know, man. How do you put your girl through some shit like that? Or how you look at your girl and knowing that she in another dude? What kind of demonic mind you have to be that far gone where that don't bother you for somebody that you love? But Kim Book was going to express all that. And I hope she did her book on Google Docs or she did her book somewhere that is floating in the cloud of the internet that somebody could go get it one day. Because any picture you take, anything that you write or say, it's in that internet cloud. It just gotta be, you just gotta go get it. And one day, somebody gonna go get it. But I'm sure that he probably got hold to those tablets or whatever she had, allegedly, and got rid of them. They swimming with the fishes.
Wow, man. So she was about to expose all that in her book, them sleeping with men together.
She was gonna expose everything. I heard it was tell all.
By this time, Diddy was a hugely successful businessman, and the last thing he wanted was for scandalous details about his life to become public. Kim Porter, however, seemed determined to speak truth to power and expose him for who he really was. But there was one problem. She couldn't keep her book a secret, and she never lived to see it published. On November 15, 2018, Kim Porter reportedly died of pneumonia at the age of 47, shocking the celebrity world. How could someone known to be in good health suddenly die of pneumonia? And why did her book never see the light of day? These questions, along with the suspicious circumstances surrounding her death, pushed people to dig deeper. And once they started, they uncovered some truly disturbing revelations about what may have really happened to Kim Porter.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said it was ruled a homicide. They found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. Then right after that, Al had a meeting, and our survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning.
Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time, and I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed.
That was Al B. Sure, Kim Porter's ex, who has been outspoken since her death, insisting that something about it doesn't add up. He does not believe she died of natural causes. In a documentary, Al B. Sure recalled that after Kim began seeing Diddy, the two of them remained friends. She would confide in him, warning that something's not right. His soul has gone completely dark, like he's just not there. She even made him promise, on their son Quincy Taylor Brown's life, not to reveal too much, because she feared for his safety as well as her own. Al B. Sure said he had just seen Kim looking radiant only weeks before her death, at a screening for their son Quincy's Christmas movie The Holiday Calendar. It was just 2 or 3 weeks before her murder, he claimed. Then he asked, am I supposed to say allegedly? The Los Angeles Police Department concluded there was no foul play in Kim's death. But Al B. Sure questioned that, insisting she was keeping a diary and warning him not to get involved because he could be killed. Let's just say you had to listen to Kimberly, he said. She was trying to protect me, even while putting her own life in danger. Al B. Sure also revealed that this was why he wasn't present to raise Quincy, though he made it clear his son was never adopted by Diddy. There's no adoption, he said, pointing out that Quincy's last name is still Brown. He also admitted that he and Kim stayed in secret contact during their on and off years together. That connection, he believes, explains how he knew so much about what really happened to her, and why Diddy may have allegedly targeted him as well.
Just when we thought the mess for Diddy was over this week, well, it looks like Al B. Sure, from the 80s and 90s, is chiming in at a recent event, alluding that possibly Diddy had something to do with his recent health scare where he was in a coma for 2 months.
We are going to be producing the Al B. Sure life story. So hold on to your britches. You'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
The fact that Al B. Sure is saying this so publicly makes me believe that he does believe that Diddy has something to do with it, and probably feels safe enough now to say something. Al B., he's still on the loose, even though he was recently spotted in Miami with his twin daughters, and then he was hanging out with Stevie J.
Diddy has a history of bullying women into relationships with him and bullying men away from the women that he desires to possess. And I can speak about that very clearly, because that's exactly what he did with Kim Porter and Al B. Sure. We heard what was said. They were married. Quincy was on the way.
He wrote Forever My Lady in honor of Kim and Quincy. They were happy. Diddy came into the studio and said, man, I wish I could get a beautiful girl like that. This is while he was still with Misa. And Justin was already born. And Diddy said, but you have a beautiful woman and a beautiful family. Apparently, Diddy wanted his. And you see how that turned out.
Did you get a chance to watch Albie Shore's Good Morning America? I think it was Good Morning America, where he did an interview
I
speaking
watched some
on
of
that.
it. I couldn't watch. I'm trying my hardest not to watch anything other than what I'm focusing on. But I saw what I could. And I'm happy that he's getting a chance to speak. Happy.
Definitely.
And I'm happy that he's there so that he can give accurate accounts from Kim. Because the truth is, if Kim Porter was still alive, she would be the star witness right now. It's triggering.
It seems like, speaking of Cassie, it seems like Diddy does have a hold over her, that she can't really speak on it the way, like, I guess being in the room with him, because she hasn't been in the room with him for almost a decade now. And to be there, it seemed like it's hard for her to really say what happened. That effect, they call it Stockholm syndrome. They call it a couple different things, to where she might feel like maybe this is how love is.
Interview. The deeper you look, the more disturbing the story becomes. Was Kim Porter silenced to protect secrets that were never meant to see the light of day? Or is this all just coincidence wrapped in mystery? One thing is certain, the questions aren't going away anytime soon. Stay tuned because the truth has a way of coming out.